go non-Jeromes. It's Wednesday, so that means it's time for the most accurate power rankings in the known universe. And if you disagree with any single one of the rankings, you are wrong. How does it feel? Also, a little bit later than usual today because Daddy's enjoying holiday weekend or holiday week. Yeah, nailed it. Also, some I'm enjoying for the holidays is Black Friday sale. I need to promote this, otherwise producer Allie will cut me in my sleep. Happens. But purpleftvw.net, link is in the description. Use promo code Friday, 15% off everything, the hats, the sweatshirts, the everything. Just go get that, and shipping will arrive in time for the holidays. So if you got a special Jerome in your life, hit him up with the gear, and thank you for supporting the show. So start off as we always do at 32 and 33. Disrespectfully, you got the Bears and the Greasy Grime Green Bay Packers. Now, congratulations to the Packers for getting to play the Niners practice squad. Whatever. Do you fear the Packers? No. I mean, their record is massively inflated. They got to play a decrepit Niners team. They barely beat the Bears, which we know about. But the Bears are tough. Caleb Williams is going to develop into the truth, which kind of sucks. Defensively, they're there. And also, Bears one time just beat the Lions on Thanksgiving. Please, baby, please. 31, you got the Jets. So, head coach fired, GM fired. Aaron Rodgers still going to start. 30, you got the Giants down one spot. So the Tommy Cutlets marketing promotion, I don't know, like this team is a joke. GM, head coach need to be fired, and they need to hit the hard reset because, I mean, Giants fans deserve better. Not much better, but a little better. 29, you got the Raiders down one spot. I mean, they try hard at times, but they just don't have enough talent. And I actually do think that Antonio Pierce could be a one-and-done out there in the desert. 28, speaking of one-and-dones, I don't think that Robert Kraft would do Gerard Mayo like that as a one-and-done, but this Patriots team is just non-competitive. And even with the bad years with Belichick after Brady left, I mean, at least the team was competitive. But this is just mailing it in. At least Drake May is interesting. 27, you got the Jaguars on bye. See what happens with Trevor Lawrence's shoulder. Also, how's Doug still employed? I don't know. Does part of you think that Doug wanted to get fired so that he could spend holidays with his family? I mean, it'd be nice. 26, you got the Cowboys up 4 spots. I think it's funny that Jerry Jones talked about, we could extend Mike McCarthy. Do it. Please. Also, is Cooper Rush the truth? I don't know. 25, you got the Colts. So the final score doesn't indicate how competitive the Colts were. They had a couple scores called back via penalty, and they really shot themselves in the foot. But, I was hoping for a more competitive game because we need the Lions to drop a couple. But, 24, you got the Panthers. I respect the feistiness of Bryce Young and Adam Thielen tying it up there at the end, but you had a minute 49 left, and Mahomes is going to do Mahomes things. 23, you got the Saints. On by, I mean, is this job even remotely attractive? I know that there's only 32, but the GM is GM Emeritus and Mickey Loomis, and you're in cap hell, and you're stuck with Derek Carr. Not really. 22, got the Titans up 4 spots. I mean, Callahan's got this team playing some decent ball, especially on offense. So Will Levis is actually looking like non-ass aside from his one LOL play per game. Tony Pollard's doing some good things, as well as Calvin Ridley's getting going. So, I mean, the Titans are kind of interesting later on in the season here. 21, you got the Browns up 4 spots. Jameis in the snow game. I still think that they're probably going to fire everyone. Andrew Berry, the GM, Stefanski. Actually, it'd be hilarious for the Jets. Spielman as GM and Stefanski as head coach. That would actually fix a lot of things with the Jets. 20, you got the Niners. I'm done. I'm sick of every single week. It's like, hey, this is the week that they show up and become defending Super Bowl participants. Nope, they're done. They're toast. They're finito. I'm just sick of it. 19, I got the Bengals. Joey Burrow threw 10 touchdowns, and the Bengals lost to the bye 71-70. It happens. 18, you got the Falcons on bye. Kirk Cousins, hey, you better get your heating pad out. Better get your Metamucil. Better get your Ensure. Better buckle it up because you play the Vikings in 2 weeks, man. Woo. That's right. 17, you got the Texans down 2 spots. I'm so freaking sick of the Texans. Like, how do you give that game away against Tennessee? How do you give that game away against Detroit? They can't close. They're just really sloppy and undisciplined on defense, which is very surprising with D'Amico Ryans. CJ Stroud has the yips. I don't know. 16, you got the Commies. Speaking of which, so I had the Commies in my survivor pool, so of course, why not? I mean, beyond missing the extra point, but how are you just so listless throughout most of this game? Just annoying. So they're all below the Astros line. I'm done with them. 15, you got the Cardinals. So Seattle had a great game plan, but Trey McBride feasted. He ate, but I still like the Cardinals. They're my pet team, and I think the Vikings will have a tough test on Sunday. 14, you got the Rams down 3 spots. Why couldn't this version of the Rams play the Vikings a couple weeks ago? Right, but they are getting guys back healthy, but it may not be enough at this point. 13, you got the Buccaneers up 3 spots. I think that the Bucs, with Mike Evans back, I think that they will take the NFC South again for the 4th straight year away from the Falcons. I really think so. 12, you got the Broncos. Hate to admit it, but Bo Nix is playing really well in the system, and stupid-ass Sean Payton. The Broncos are looking really damn good, especially defensively. Vance Joseph, Vance Refrigeration, doing some good things with that D. 31, you got the Dolphins. They're starting to round back into form, and I think that, the Dolphins and the Broncos are probably chasing one playoff spot. So we'll see. But the Dolphins, Tua is back. Maybe that last concussion had a factory reset. Achane is looking like a stud. Waddle finally showed up. Jonnu Smith is there. 10, you got the Seahawks up 2 spots, taking care of things at home. That Mike McDonald defense is starting to do some really good things. And also Leonard Williams, just a one-man show in that backfield. Love it. 9, you got the Chargers down 1 spot. He had a great opportunity to make a statement in the Harbaugh Bowl, but it is what it is. Herbert is a stud. Quentin Johnston, maybe not so much. 8, you got the Oregon Ducks at 11-0, up 1 spot, number 1 in the playoff, and they have a chance to close out 12-0 against Washington on Saturday, which they probably will. 7, you got the Steelers down 2 spots. Yeah, just one of those wonky games. In division on the road, it's always tough, especially in snow, but the Steelers will be all right. Yeah. 6, you got the Ravens up 1 spot. Lamar Jackson, MVP. Derrick Henry, just a casual $140. No big deal. I think defensively, they still have some deficiencies, but, it's a John Harbaugh team. They're going to be good. 5, you got the Eagles up 1 spot. The Eagles are starting to get their ish together, and it's kind of scary. Saquon's looking like an MVP. That defense is starting to gel. I don't know, man. 4, you got the Vikings staying pat at 4. So, yeah. New run thing against the Bears. Vikings tried to give it away 11 points in 25 seconds, but a win is a win, and on the road in division. There you go. 3, you got the Chiefs. Speaking of 30-27, gritty, gutty wins on the road against a supposed inferior team. Not saying, I'm just saying. You got the Bills on bye, and so I know last week we did the whole Sopranos thing before revealing number 1, and the whole thing about it is that you can't just beat a joke to death. You can't just drive it into the ground. So at number 1,